10:30 UK time, so 11:30 in Switzerland this evening, and we will take questions from the floor. Yeah, if we can get the mic forward, thank you. Grateful on that.
Hi, Lucy. Obviously, we've heard a lot in the last couple of years about the diversity of the England squad as well, and players coming through, and there are obviously players who are younger than Michelle, younger than Jess. If they're sitting there today having that moment of just a little bit of doubt, going, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to be a lioness? Because this is what happens. What do you hope Jess's individual response and then your response as a team today has said to those players coming through that system?
I hope that those players know that no matter what they go through, they'll be supported by this team, that we don't condone these kind of actions, that we want to stand up for change, not just in football, but in society, that those young players can grow up and be heroes and legends of an England team. The players who have played for the Lionesses previously and currently have showed that, and that we are creating an environment where those players can thrive, be who they want to be. You can come from any background, any environment, and you can represent England at the highest stage.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Susie.
Hey Lucy, it's nearly 10 years since Colin Kaepernick first took the knee, and that spiralled into a movement, I'd say, amongst athletes. Do you think you've seen much change in that time?
I think there has been change. I think more change needs to happen, but I think a problem is that as the game grows and everything grows in football and in life, as much as there might be change, there becomes more outlets for the abuse or the racism as well. And I think that's something that's hard to strike the balance with. I think there are people who are more educated, there are more places to speak out, to have a platform. There are more changes happening. There are small changes you see people being held accountable, whether that's online, whether that's in stadiums. You do see bans happening. It's just not enough. I think that's the point, and not enough is being done. There are small changes being made. I think even you look back 100 years to 50 years to 20 years to 10 years, there's always small steps forward, but that's the problem. It's always a small step, and we don't want it to be small steps anymore. We want it to be, this is happening, there is change, and this is unacceptable, and it's no more small steps, because we get to the point where it's where it should be in the world, and especially in the world of football. As footballers, it feels like there can be a place where we can control abuse online, especially racism online, especially because everything's monitored online, so it just doesn't make sense to us.
Thanks.
Thanks, Susie. We'll take a couple more questions. We'll go to Catherine at the Telegraph, and then there'll be room for one more.
Hi, Lucy. Jess obviously said she's going to take herself away from social media for the benefit of her own mental health, and I've seen a few other players say that they might do the same. And it's difficult for you guys because so many of you need social media, you know, for your own platforms and things like that, but players feel they can't go on there because of the abuse that they receive. It feels like that's really unfair, if you know what I mean.
I think no player needs social media. I think that's one thing that we can always remember, is that we play football because we love the sport, we love playing, we do love connecting with our fans. Social media is a great way to do that, but we don't need it. And I think that's something that the platform should be very aware of, is that nobody needs social media. If you want to carry on in sport especially, we can thrive without it. But it is sad that, you know, players are missing out on so many of these great messages. You know, someone like Jess, she's had an amazing tournament. I think she was one of our best players in the Netherlands game, for example. She should be able to see messages and the fans and the support and live in that moment, because it's something that you should be able to celebrate. So it is sad that players are having to choose between, you know, this roller coaster that social media sends us on.
Okay. Thanks, Catherine. If there is a final question, happy to take it. If not, we'll leave it there. Okay. Thanks for your time, Lucy. Thanks, everyone.